She's right up here. Who is the proprietor of Sharon McDougall Art Galleries in Uxbridge. And we're going to be raffling off this one over here tomorrow night. So if anybody's interested in buying raffle tickets, they're $5. Friday night at the performance. After the performance, we're going to be raffling that off. Raffle tickets are $5 each, and Bill has them over here, so flag him down if you'd like to buy one of those. You could wind up with one of these, with that beautiful painting in your house. That one is called Range, and the commentary on it is the act of arriving at a decision, the ascertaining or fixing of the quality, quantity, position, or character of something explicitly expressed of a positive demand, admitting to no doubt. Irrefutable. Thank you. I can't read my own writing. This piece over here is called Euphoria, and the commentary on that is that it's a feeling of great happiness or well-being, a natural form of ecstasy released into the mind and body. This piece over here is called Satiety, and it's fullness or gratification beyond desire or repletion. So, if you'd like to know more about them, again, please speak with Sharon McDougall afterwards. Just a couple of words about the groups that are putting this on. This year, we're sponsored by Worcester Poetry Project, which runs an open mic reading and slam out of the Java Hut every Sunday night, and by Projective Verse, which runs a twice monthly reading and slam. Do you guys do slams twice a month?
I bet you're worried.
We were worried.
We were worried about vaginas.
We were worried about what we think about vaginas, and even more worried that we don't think about them. We were worried about our own vaginas. They needed a context of other vaginas, a community, a culture of vaginas. There's so much darkness and secrecy surrounding them, like the Bermuda Triangle. Nobody ever reports back from there.
In the first place, it's not so easy to even find your vagina. We interviewed a high-powered businesswoman. She said she just didn't have the time. By the time you found your vagina, you had to get down on your back. You had to find a mirror that was just so freestanding, preferably. You had to get in just such a position, your back arched, everything just right, the lighting just right. It was a full day's work to find her vagina. She simply didn't have the time. She was too busy.
So there were vagina interviews, which became Vagina Monologues. Over 200 women were interviewed. Older women, young women, married women, lesbians, single women, college professors, actors, corporate professionals, sex workers, African American women, Asian American women, Hispanic women, Native American women, Caucasian women, Jewish women. Okay, at first, women were reluctant to talk. They were a little shy. But once they got going, you couldn't stop them. Women secretly love to talk about their vaginas. They get very excited, mainly because no one's ever asked them before.
Let's just start with the word vagina. It sounds like an infection at best. Maybe a medical instrument. Hurry, nurse, bring me the vagina. 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 It doesn't matter how many times you say it, it never sounds like a word you want to say. It's a totally ridiculous, completely unsexy word. If you use it during sex, trying to be politically correct, darling, would you please stroke my vagina? You kill the act right there.
We were worried about what you call vaginas, and we were even more worried about what you don't call them.
In Great Neck, they call it a pussycat. A woman there said her mother used to tell her, "Don't wear panties underneath your pajamas, dear. You need to air out your pussycat."
In Westchester, they call it a pookie.
In New Jersey, a twat.
There's powder box, poochie, a poopy, a pee-pee, a poopaloo, a punani, a pal, and a peachy.
Toady, Dee-Dee, Mishi, Dignity, Monkey Box.
Coochie Snorcher, Cooter, Labby.
Gladys Siegelman.
Va, Wee Wee, Poor Spot, Nappy Dugout.
Mongo, a Mookie, a pajama. Fanny Boo, a marshmallow.
A ghoulie, possible, tamale, totita, Connie.
a Mimi in Miami,
A split knish in Philadelphia.
A Schmenda in the Bronx.
we were worried about vaginas.
Welcome tonight to all the beautiful vaginas in the audience, to those who love. The therapist had a German accent and gasped between sentences to show her empathy. She asked me why I did not want to please my husband. I told her I thought it was weird. I felt little when my hair was gone down.
If your vagina could choose what it would wear, what would it wear?
A beret, glasses, a leather jacket, silk stockings, mink, a pink boa.
A male tuxedo, jeans, something form-fitting.
Emeralds, an evening gown, sequins,
Armani only.
a tutu, see-through black underwear, a taffeta ball gown.
Something machine washable.
Costume eye mask, purple velvet pajamas, Angora, a red bow.
Ermine and pearls, a leopard hat, a silk kimono, sweatpants, a tattoo.
An electrical shock device to keep unwanted strangers away.
High heels, lace, and combat boots. Purple feathers, shells, and twigs. Cotton.
A pinafore,
A bikini.
a slicker.
In 2000, Eve Ensler visited, wearing one is obviously a matter of culture and choice. It is about a time and place when women had no choice.
Imagine a huge dark piece of cloth hung over your entire body as if you were a shameful statue. Imagine there's only one drop of light, enough to know that it is still daylight for others, and it's hot, very hot. Imagine you are encased in cloth, drowning in fabric, in darkness, begging from within this bedspread, reaching out your hand, which must remain covered, unseen, unpolished, otherwise they might smash it or cut it off. Imagine no one is putting rupees in your invisible hand, because no one can see your face, therefore you do not exist. Imagine that you can't find your children.
If your vagina could talk, what would it say? 2 words. Slow down.
This might be the International Vagina Anthem.
Is that you?
Feed me. I want. Yum, yum. Oh, yeah.
Start again. No, over there. Lick me. Stay home. Brave choice.
Think again. More, please. Embrace me. Let's play.
Don't stop. More, more. Remember me?
Come inside. Not yet. Whoa, mama. Yes, yes. Rock me.
Enter at your own risk.
Oh, God, thank God. I'm here. Let's go, let's go. Find me.
Thank you. Bonjour. Too hard, but don't give up.
Where's Brian? That's better. Yes, there, there.
A group of women between the ages of 65 and 75 were interviewed. These interviews were perhaps the most poignant, possibly because many of these women had never had a vagina interview before. One woman who was 72 had never even seen her vagina. She washed herself in the shower and bath, but never with conscious intention. She had never had an orgasm. At 72, she went into therapy, and with the help of her therapist, she went home one afternoon by herself, lit some candles, took a bath, played some music, and she got down with herself. She said it took her over an hour because she was arthritic. But when she finally found her clitoris, she said she cried. This monologue is for her.
Down there? I haven't been down there since 1953. No, it had nothing to do with Eisenhower. No, it's a cellar down there. It's very damp, clammy. You don't want to go down there, trust me. You'd get sick, suffocating, very nauseating. The smell of the clamminess and the mildew. Oh, smells unbearable. Gets in your clothes. No, there was no accident down there. It didn't blow up or catch on fire or anything. It wasn't so dramatic. I mean, well, never mind.
The woman who runs the Vagina workshop asked us to draw a picture of our own unique, beautiful, fabulous vagina. That's what she called it. She wanted to know what our own unique, beautiful, fabulous vagina looked like to us. One woman who was pregnant drew a big red mouth, screaming with coins spilling out. Another very skinny woman drew a big serving plate with a kind of Devonshire pattern on it. I drew a huge black dot with little squiggly lines all around it. The black dot was equal to a black hole in space. And the squiggly lines were meant to be people or things or just your basic atoms that got lost there. I'd always thought of my vagina as an anatomical vacuum randomly sucking up particles and objects from the surrounding environment. I did not think of my vagina in practical or biological terms.
Me loving my woman self, I know the story. Vaginas are beautiful. Our self-hatred is only the internalized repression and hatred of the patriarchal culture. It isn't real. Pussies unite. I know all of it. Like if we'd grown up in a culture where we were taught fat thighs were beautiful, we'd all be pounding down milkshakes and Krispy Kremes, lying on our backs, spending our days thigh expanding. But we didn't grow up in that culture. I hated my thighs, and I hated my vagina even more. I thought it was incredibly ugly. I was one of those women who had looked at it, and from that moment on, I wished I hadn't. It made me sick. I pitied anyone who had to go down there. In order to survive, I began to pretend there was something else between my legs.